Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tanner's Favorite Things. I'm Tanner Knight, and today we have another annual update on this drum. So today is July 28th, 2020. We're going to check in throughout the year and see how this thing sounds. Alrighty, here we are 1 year later. I'm pretty sure you can tell by the length of my hair that 1 year has passed. And here we are, July 28th, 2022. I want to see what this thing sounds like as compared to those previous years. But I did record this on 7/28 of 2023. So if this is the first time you're encountering this instrument, I've been keeping tabs on it year after year for the last 5 years, believe it or not. And I have videos that go all the way back 4 years because I did the first 2 years in one video as a comparison, and then every year since. So this is year 5 on the drum. So what is this drum? This drum was made by my wife Gabby, and it is a bison hide with moose. I think it's moose, maybe bear. We'll have to consult the tape to see what's holding it together, but there's another type of hide separate from the bison hide, which makes the bulk of the drum, creating the weave pattern in the back and giving it a little bit of support. But with this drum, we have a batter that is just made from a spruce stick that I picked up somewhere, and it works really nicely. So this is a handmade drum, and it's really been a great instrument unto itself in my arsenal. I use it quite a bit in my studio recordings just to add a little bit of percussion texture and depth. And when we hit it, you'll kind of understand. But before we do that, let's talk about the microphone once more. This is the same exact microphone that we've used this whole time, the Audio-Technica AT4033 Audio-Technica AT43 microphone. AT4033. AT4033. AT4033 microphone. And it is a condenser microphone capturing the sound in the computer. So that's what's going on. Very similar to all other tests, and hopefully this should give you an idea of what this drum sounds like today. I can tell you that I just about a half an hour ago conditioned it with coconut oil once again. If you'd like to see that process, go back to the 2022 video and I'll show you how that's done. But all right, no more yapping, here we go. Really nice sounding drum, and what I can tell from just listening back to the previous year's videos is that the drum continues to, it doesn't deepen in pitch necessarily, because actually it gets a little higher in pitch over time. This hide, as it dries, it stretches out, and what happens when you stretch something, the pitch gets higher. So in order to bring that pitch down a little bit, I conditioned it with the coconut oil. That should induce a little looseness into kind of all surfaces and lower that pitch just a hair. But as far as the depth of sound, that's what I'm talking about when I say it gets deeper. It gets richer. There's more overtones that are being expressed by this hide as it ages. And it's just a really dynamic instrument, and it sounds good whether you aim it upward, straight down, or sideways. It's got a really great sound. The handle is a little creaky, and I do hear that coming into the very end of the sound, but honestly, for the purpose of this drum, it's not a bad thing. It's just a characteristic of the drum at this point. It rings for seconds, goes for a lot longer than it used to. And I think that's probably what to expect from this drum and any drum like it, is that the overtones will linger longer as it ages. And I don't know the science behind that. I'm not a scientician kind of guy. I just like messing around with these things and seeing what kind of sounds we can get. And I think that's probably what will happen. It's obviously going to reach a threshold where there won't be any more overtones. They've just all been expressed. But I think that it will continue to have sustain for a little bit longer, and it'll be interesting to keep track of this drum in the following years. So at this point, 5 years may not seem like a whole hell of a lot of time. And in the grand scheme of things, yeah, this is a pretty young instrument, but I've really enjoyed having it mature kind of in front of my eyes, and this project especially kind of gives me the impetus to keep track of it. So maybe after 30 or 40 years, this series is really gonna kind of mean something to somebody, I don't know, but right now it means something to me, and I know that it means something to Gabby, who made this drum, and hopefully someone else is interested in it as well. So let's go back and hear what this thing sounded like last year, the previous year, etc., and so forth. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this content, like and subscribe, that always helps, and I will see you on the next one.